What's going on, guys? Mickle here, and in this video we are covering the XRP price chart. Earlier this month, XRP took a pretty massive dip, and because we were watching the technicals closely, people who were following this channel and myself were able to accumulate XRP at some very low prices. Since those buys, we were up very nicely, and the XRP price chart has recovered perfectly. Now we're really looking for XRP to make its next move and catch up with the rest of the market, and for XRP to move past its previous all-time highs. In this video, I'm going to be getting into all these scenarios and showing you guys exactly what I think will take place over the next couple weeks. Make sure if you're new to this channel or come here all the time, you like and subscribe, and let's jump right into it. Alrighty guys, before we get into the price chart, two things I wanted to bring up quick. One, if you couldn't tell, I got some new lighting, so obviously that's looking a lot better. I hope you guys are able to notice that. And then the next thing is I'm actually going on vacation this week, so my uploads might be a little less frequent. I'm going to try to upload from there. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go. We'll see, but after this week I should be back to regular uploads. With that said, let's jump into it and let's take a look at what we're looking at right now on the XRP price chart. Currently, what we're watching right now is XRP really playing out in this massive symmetrical triangle pattern. We saw XRP fall pretty viciously since the beginning of November and fell all the way from 133 all the way down to the low 65-cent region. From there, we called out the fact that XRP was most likely going to fall back on this massive support line right here because it's really been supporting XRP over the last entire year. Because of this, we knew this was very strong support, and we were really pointing out that despite the fact that XRP was closing below the support line right here, we made the assumption that XRP was going to get sucked up very quickly and back above this bottom support line. This is exactly what happened, and as XRP continued to trade sideways on the support line, I was saying that despite the fact that this was bullish that we were maintaining the support, it would be much better if XRP could really pull itself off of here and move back to the center of this symmetrical triangle. This would get rid of the risk of us falling back through this support line, and really the further away we get from it, the better. This is exactly what happened, and now we're really looking for XRP to continue to trade sideways inside of here and slowly move up to this top resistance line. Once we get to this top resistance line, we will be back in a prime breakout territory for XRP price to get extremely parabolic. One thing we know is that because XRP was able to hold this bottom support line pretty well, we are going to have a lot more momentum as we move back to the upside and back to this top resistance line. I'm very confident that the next time we come up to this resistance line, things could get very exciting, and I believe that because we thought actually XRP, the last time it broke out here, the price was going to make the big move we were all expecting. The XRP price wicked all the way up above this top resistance line, but just like happened back here, the wick got sucked up and XRP fell back within the symmetrical triangle. The next time we are coming up to this top resistance line, the price is going to be much more consolidated between these ranges as this triangle continues to play out. Because of this, XRP has a much greater chance and will have a much easier time breaking through the top of this. Let me just show you quickly what I mean. If we were to go back to where XRP was going to break out before, back to November 8th of 2021, and we took the percent rise XRP would have to go to get to that point, we see that XRP would need about a 32% rise to get to this top resistance line. Yet, because more time has went by, and because the price is getting squeezed in this triangle, now if XRP was to break out at around mid-January, it would only need a 17% rise. The more time that goes by, the easier it gets for XRP to break to the upside, and as long as it is pushing against this top resistance line and not this bottom support line, we are going to be looking extremely good for a breakout. So why are we so positive XRP is going to be breaking out and making new all-time highs? Well, that is actually very simple. The reason is because XRP fundamentally, and I cover this all the time on the channel, is a top tier digital asset in this space. If we see other top tier digital assets like Ethereum, we can see that Ethereum is significantly past its previous all-time high. Currently, it's trading over 200% past its previous all-time high and is really led the majority of the market. And sorry if you guys couldn't see that, I'll just put that up again, about 200% past its previous all-time high. If we look at another top tier digital asset like Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin, just like Ethereum, is also close to around 160% past its previous all-time high, and it was actually trading much higher, but is on a pretty big dip right now. What we are looking for in this market is for XRP to catch up with these other top tier digital assets. We know this is going to happen because currently the XRP price is extremely suppressed because of the Ripple SEC lawsuit. What we know is going to happen, though, is we know that lawsuit is going to end and will likely end with clarity for XRP. When the lawsuit ends, it is very likely XRP will have to make a move to catch up to the rest of the market. A point in which XRP would be caught up to the rest of the market would be around the $8 to $9 range, which would put it at about a 250% gain, which is pretty much in line where Ethereum would be trading if Ethereum was also trading at its all-time high, which it's slightly down from. We know that when XRP gets the clarity that it needs to be on the same level as Bitcoin and Ethereum, we know it is very likely XRP will make this parabolic move and will help get a lot of the value that it has been kept out of it because of the lawsuit will flow back into it. We also know that XRP is in a very bullish formation. We can see back here we've seen previous symmetrical triangles, and every time XRP breaks out of one of these symmetrical triangles, the chart gets very parabolic. I believe on this rise right here, and we can measure it live just so you guys can see, the XRP price moved about 1,400%. We are really expecting a similar move here, and if we take a look at what it would take XRP to get to this $9 to $10 range, it's about 1,000% move or a 10x. I think this is very probable, and we have seen this consistently from other digital assets in the space. It's important to point out that in terms of fundamentals, XRP has some of the best in the entire crypto sphere. There's no doubt in my mind, once we have this glass ceiling, this artificial suppression taken away from the XRP price, it will have no problem reaching some of these levels, and I believe it will happen very quickly. We know when XRP moves, it tends to move extremely fast. I'm going to put this chart on the log right here just to show you how quickly and how parabolic XRP gets when it decides to move. If we take a look right here, we can see that XRP had a massive pump of around 4,000%, and that pump to fully take place only took about 7 days. The next time XRP went parabolic again, it did the 1,000% move, and that took place in less than 4 days. XRP, when it moves extremely fast. Those who have not already built their positions and who try to buy the XRP price chart when it's mooning will end up buying at significantly higher prices and will not be able to build a position fast enough to really make it large enough and in a way that they want to have it. What I am saying is it's very important to be accumulating on the dips we saw earlier this month, because one, that is a great time to be able to stack some cheap XRP before the price really starts moving. After that, and after XRP really becomes fairly valued in the market, which I believe is $9 to $10, I do not necessarily think this is the end of the pump and we're off to a bear market. I believe this is the place, based on where the market is right now, where XRP would be at a pretty fair value. But that does not mean that by the time this happens, the market won't already progress. For example, say Bitcoin was able to reclaim these highs we saw earlier this year and move to, say, let's just zoom out a little bit. Let's say Bitcoin did something like this and move to around the $100,000 range, which I do think is fairly probable and something I believe we're going to see. Well, if that was to take place, then Bitcoin, from its previous all-time high, and Bitcoin is typically a less volatile asset, would be up around 500% rather than the 200% we were comparing to earlier. If that was the case, then we could see an even more explosive XRP, and we could see XRP move all the way to around the $20 region. Very quickly, you can see why buying XRP seems like an extremely obvious choice in the market. You're essentially getting a cryptocurrency with the fundamentals of something like a Bitcoin and Ethereum, but you are getting it on a massive discount because there's artificial suppression going on because of a lawsuit with the SEC. We know everything going on in the lawsuit with the SEC is favored towards Ripple. We know it will likely actually end up being a good thing for XRP in the long run because it's going to get the clarity, it's going to give XRP the clarity that it is needed for institutions to start dealing in the digital asset. Overall, it's important to point out that we are still at the very early stages of this asset, and it's almost impossible to predict where the price will end up going over the long term. But we know right now the price is extremely undervalued simply looking at other top-tier digital assets in this space. That is why I think it is so important to accumulate XRP when you can, because it is not going to be trading at these levels forever, and we know that it is coming to the end of an extremely bullish formation, and when it breaks out, it will likely move too fast for people to accumulate the quantities they could have on these massive dips. Anyway, guys, I hope I have some updates for you over the next week. I don't really know how it's going to go. We're going to see. Thank you so much for coming, and for now, Mickle out.